And I've come to realize that just because you want more and you are continuously growing, that does not make you selfish or unappreciative at all. And I think that that's the misconception, right? When clients ask, like, what's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you. It is just a part of who you are. It's a part of who we are, you guys. It's just that drive and that desire to want to constantly learn more and do more and be better than you were yesterday. You are listening to the Beyond the Classroom podcast, a podcast for burnt out teachers who know something's gotta give. After teaching for 14 years and feeling completely burned out for way too long, in May of 2022, I made a big decision and left the classroom. I now help burnt out teachers like you take back balance and joy so you can wake up every day loving your life. In this podcast, we'll explore who you are beyond the classroom, whether you're considering leaving or wanting to make changes so you can fall in love with teaching again. Either way, I understand what it's like to be living a life that looks fun and cute on the outside. You know, summer's off, playing all day, off at 2 o'clock every day, but actually feels miserable and draining. I'm your host and coach, Sandy Patterson, and I'm so excited to help you step into your fullest potential and believe in that potential to make an impact on the world, not just survive each day. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of the Beyond the Classroom podcast. I am Sandy Patterson, and I am so happy to be here with you today to just chat. I love chatting with you. Okay, so today I would love to talk about this thing that has been coming up quite a bit with lots of business owners and lots of my clients too. And I've been talking with so many people, and this phrase comes up quite often. They'll say, is this normal or is this just me? Is this just happening to me, or is this happening to other people too? Now, as I sat down to kind of map out this episode, I realized that there are multiple things that people say this about. And it got me thinking that that in itself, feeling alone is a huge reason why so many people, especially business owners, quit in the beginning, right? We stop moving forward because we think that this thing that is happening is unique to just us, right? Like we are an anomaly or we're special and this is only happening to me, because business owning can be a very isolated thing, right? It almost kind of reminds me of teaching in a way that, in teaching, yes, we collaborate and we share and we come together and we plan together. But really at the end of the day, you go to your classroom, you close your door and you do your thing, and you don't know, you and the person next door could be teaching the exact same lesson, but different things are happening. Everything is very nuanced, right? So in this episode, I decided to talk about one of the things that people have been asking me a lot, is this normal or is this just me? Do other people have this thing happening? And I decided, instead of talking about all the things in one episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a series out of this. So I'm thinking right now it's probably going to be 4 separate episodes. So you can stay tuned here, and we'll call it, Is This Just Me? Right? So in this series, we're going to chat about how it is not just you. And I guarantee you are going to listen to these episodes and be like, oh my gosh, I thought it was just me, but it's actually not just you, right? You're going to walk away with actionable steps and things that you can do to get unstuck if you're feeling stuck in these OMG, I thought it was just me thoughts, right? And to keep you moving forward towards your goal, because that is my whole mission, right? Is to help you fast track you to your goals so that you can be the person that you want to be, so that you can achieve the things in your business that you want to achieve, so that you can go to bed at night feeling fulfilled and happy, and then wake up the next morning feeling excited about your life. So after working with a lot of teachers here and a lot of business owners, I am here to tell you that it is not just you. And this is something that I've actually personally worked on too. And I've had tons of clients working on this. They come to me, and sometimes I say to my clients, I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought it was just me, right? So I'm curious if this one today resonates with you, and if so, how it does. So please make sure that you reach out, because one of my favorite things about this podcast is connecting with you and talking to you and hearing about your story and hearing about similarities and hearing about what you are going through. So please make sure that you reach out if any of this resonates with you, or if this is you too, and then we can we can chat about it together, okay? So this first one is this idea of overachieving and never wanting to settle, okay? So some people just have this thing, right? And I resonate very deeply with this because it's me, and I recognize this in myself. So when my clients started bringing this up too and asking like, what is wrong with me? Why is this happening? I was literally like, oh my goodness, nothing is wrong with you. We just have this thing, right? It's like that Taylor Swift song, right? I wouldn't call this a problem though. So we have this thing where we are always striving for more, to always be better. And we get bored, right? We want more. We want the next thing. We're always asking what's next. So we achieve things, or we set goals for ourselves. We reach those goals, and before we've even had time to sit in that achievement and to celebrate and to just revel in all of the hard work we've done, we're asking, what is next? We're looking ahead. What's next? What's next? And the first time that I actually recognized this in myself was in teaching, right? Some teachers teach the same grade level for their entire career. And if that is you, bravo to you. There is nothing wrong with this at all. But I found myself getting bored after a while, after a certain period of time would go on, right? And when I finally decided to leave teaching, I realized that I had, for me, conquered that teaching mountain, right? I was a really good teacher. Not that there wasn't always room for improvement, right? But I had gone as far as I could in that capacity, I had felt. And there was really nowhere else for me to go. And I started to feel really boxed in, right? Along with a lot of other things. That was part of the reason, right? That I left the classroom. And when I start to feel like that, I get really antsy, right? Like I look at it, and I think I've talked about this before on here. Like I look at it like a mountain, right? I've reached the top of the mountain, right? And it is nice up there. It is comfortable. The view is really nice. But deep down, I'm thinking like, well, what's next? What else? What can I do now? What other mountains are there out there that I can go ahead and conquer? Once I started to recognize this in myself, I started to notice it everywhere. And even like my husband will call me out on this. And here's another example. So I started doing barre in 2019 and I loved it. Loved it. And I started doing it online, and I loved it so much online that I'm like, okay, we got a friend and I were like, let's find a class, an in-person class. So we found a studio and we started taking classes, right? And instead of just being content and happy showing up to take classes and just enjoy the workout, I was like, hey, this is so fun. I think I could be really good at teaching this too. So I went through a pretty intense training to become a barre instructor. And then I was an instructor. Perfect. And I got pretty good at that too. And I had made it to the top of that mountain. And of course, I was like, what's next? What's the next step? And that was to become a master teacher trainer, right? It's like, it's that desire to just keep going and to keep pressing forward and to keep wanting to achieve more. And for my clients, this usually comes up in the form of like, why can't I just be happy with where I'm at and what I have? I'm tired. Like I want to take a break. Like I achieved this goal, but I feel unsettled. I feel antsy. Instead of like celebrating reaching that goal and feeling content and sitting in that accomplishment of the goal being met, right? I'm wondering what's next and what else I can do and what I need to do next and what just to keep that forward movement going. And I've come to realize that just because you want more and you are continuously growing, that does not make you selfish or unappreciative at all. And I think that that's the misconception, right? When clients ask like, what's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you. Like nothing is wrong with you. It is just a part of who you are. It's a part of who we are, you guys. And that drive and that desire to want to constantly learn more and do more and be better than you were yesterday, and to evolve instead of staying stagnant in the person you are, in the place that you're at, and also the person that you are becoming. This can be a really good, powerful thing, right? Many times too, after a lot of digging, deep digging, and a lot of exploration and a lot of questions, my clients and myself included have found that this need to continuously achieve is actually something to celebrate if we can keep it under control. And when I say under control, I mean we can say, okay, I've done enough today, or I've accomplished what I set out to do today, and that's enough for today. And it's okay to rest and take a break and be in that maintain mode, right? If we can take time every day to celebrate our accomplishments and not feel like it's not enough, but instead look forward to what's next without forcing it or without rushing or without stopping to sit in it, this can be a really, really powerful thing, right? For so many of us, our value is tied to our productivity and our achievement. And this idea that you are only valuable if you are accomplishing or producing or achieving is very, very unrealistic, and it is not healthy. But it is also something that so many of us believe, right? It's a deep-seated belief, whether you recognize it or not. And so sometimes that piece of it, that need to constantly accomplish and produce and achieve, is something that you have to work on, right? And again, it's going back to the idea of holding space for that part of you that does want to move forward, but also being able to recognize that you've done enough, that I've done enough for today. And that also frees up space for creativity, right? When we are constantly in a rush and we're constantly what's next? What do I do next? That blocks off a lot of really powerful, really great, really life-changing ideas that can come to us when we have space to just kind of be and to celebrate the accomplishments and the goals that we've already achieved, right? So I have been working on my clients a ton on this with this exact thing, and I have personally done it too, and I work on this every single day, understanding that I'm enough, but also embracing the part of me that also wants more, and that's okay, and it's not selfish. Now, these old beliefs are really hard to reprogram, right? And it takes a ton of intentionality and a ton of focus and a ton of persistence, but it is totally possible. And what I've come to realize too with my clients is that it's not always something that needs to be there's not always something that needs to be gotten rid of or changed or fixed, right? It's just about recognizing these parts of us and challenging it and using it to our advantage. That is the key. Leveraging these things about us that maybe some people might call a problem or oh my gosh, you need to chill, but channeling it in a way that is healthy and productive for our businesses, for our mental health, for our families, right? And one thing that has worked really, really well for my clients has been to dedicate a notebook or a specific space or a specific anywhere, just a certain spot, one spot as kind of an idea catcher, right? Because there are so many things we want to do and so many ideas that we have, and we all want to do them right now. We want to execute them all right now. And for so many of us, we are wearing so many different hats right now, right? We are teachers, we are moms, we are wives, we are partners, we're side hustlers, we're business owners and business builders, we are friends, and not to mention taking care of ourselves on top of wearing all of those hats and juggling them like it is nothing, right? This idea catcher can give you a space to capture all of those ideas and put them in one dedicated, safe spot where you can come back to them. So you can release them for now and come back to them when it's a better time, right? When it's better timing. Because when you are building a business or you're taking on something new or you're making a big change in your life or you've got something going on, which who doesn't, right? You really, truly have to keep the main thing, right? And what does that mean? It means you have laser focus on those goals and what you're trying to accomplish, and being okay with not trying to accomplish everything all at once. And I don't believe that you cannot do it all. I know you can. You just can't do it all at once. So you really have to pick and choose where your focus is going to go and what you're going to focus on in order to grow it. Otherwise, we feel like we're on that hamster wheel and we're constantly spinning, constantly doing, and then not really getting anywhere, right? It's all of this energy exerted to move an inch forward for all of that work and all of that energy, right? So if we can really focus on, it's the achievement piece, on knowing that we've done enough, on laser focusing towards our goals and just doing those things, this piece of us that constantly wants to achieve and that constantly wants to know what is next, and having a space for that, it can be really, really powerful. And it can essentially help you move you faster towards your goals because you have that drive, you have that incredible drive and that need to keep going and to keep evolving. And that is really what life is all about, right? That is the human experience, is the evolution. It's not staying in one space or staying, the same person that you are. You want to look back and be like, oh my goodness, look at all I've done. Look at who I am in this moment, celebrate that, and then look forward to what's next. So I can't wait to hear what resonates with you. Are you one of these people that is super driven too, that wants to always know, like, what's next? I want more. I want more. I would love to hear from you. Like I said, you can always reach out. My inbox, my Instagram DMs, always open. Cannot wait to hear what resonates with you from this episode. And also, I can't wait to share with you what the other 3, like, oh my gosh, is this just me episodes, if those resonate with you as well. So stay tuned for those and make sure that you are healthy, you're staying healthy and happy. And I will see you again next time for the next episode. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Beyond the Classroom. If you know something has to change and you're ready to take the next step to make it happen, whether it's in or out of the classroom, let's talk it through together. Schedule a no-obligation chat with me and we can talk through where you're stuck, how to get you unstuck, and how to keep you moving forward. Schedule your free call today by clicking the link in the show notes. I can't wait to connect with you.